we need to talk. So, just before this video gets underway, just so people know, this video will contain major spoilers for the Boruto anime. I will be referencing stuff that's currently going on in the manga, so that I could tie in the two. So, after we had seen the previous episode of Boruto where we are introduced to Tonari being in the Boruto anime, this is my thing. Is Boruto now OP? Because if you think about it, he has the Ocular Kekkai Genkai Dojutsu, and he will soon receive a mark from Momoshiki in the manga, chapter 10. So, with all of that being said, is Boruto now an OP ninja? We will dive into that in this video. Operatives, stand by for battle! So, first off deck, if we go back to Naruto episode 1, we're introduced to Naruto Uzumaki. He was the Jinchuriki of the Nine-Tailed Fox. So, here's my thing. Naruto, starting off in the beginning, he had very small access to a very powerful creature within him. And it took blood, sweat, and tears for him to eventually be able to call forth that power within him to the surface. It came out in multiple ways. Well, like his fight against Haku, Gaara, and finally his fight against Sasuke. But we saw that he had worked his way up to it. But with Boruto, I personally feel like Boruto is like handed all of this stuff like right off deck. I understand he has very powerful genes. His mom's a Hyuga, his dad's a Uzumaki. His dad has a lineage that extended from the Otsutsuki clan. His mother came in contact with Hamura as well as Tonari from the Otsutsuki clan. So when those two mix, you get Boruto and Himawari, and they're off-deck prodigies. I can understand that. They have, you know, like the potential is there. But I'm just not like used to like them having unbelievable powers given to them like right off deck. Maybe it's a kid's thing because like in other anime and manga, you see kids are able to pick up their parents' traits as well as unlock a hidden ability. But with Boruto, I personally feel like they give this kid too much. I would have liked it if we watch Boruto progress all the way through the Ninja Academy, never knowing about this secret power until a lot later, because I feel like we would have been able to get to know him as a person. Just like when Boruto versus Iwabe, we saw more character development for Boruto in that one fight sequence. Because we saw Boruto, the way he thinks, the way he acts, what he stands for, all of that in one fight. And he didn't need like any type of power in order to do it. But for Tonari to prophesy to Boruto and tell him that he is the star of hope, and that eye will guide him to the light that will dispel the darkness. I'm like, what? So, okay, so his eye, it's going to lead. I'm just like confused. I'm really like confused. It feels like it just doesn't add up to me. Because with Naruto, everything like fell in line. Like when we found out about the Sharingan, we found out all about its abilities, stuff like that. But with Boruto's eye, we don't know jack about it. We don't know like how powerful it can be, but we see like its properties, and then we see Boruto meeting up with Momoshiki, getting the power from Momoshiki, and the man just freaking gave it to him. I understand that they want to do the Boruto anime different than the way that they did the Naruto anime. They want to leave some mystery in each episode just to make people come back to the episode, want to find out more. But I don't know, it feels like to me watching Naruto Part 1 to Naruto Shippuden and now Boruto Naruto Next Generations, it feels like to me it doesn't work out though like that. It makes me scratch my brain like, how does he have this power just right off deck? Because I'll say this once, I'll say it again. When we saw Boruto versus Kawaki, I was like, oh shoot, Boruto's gonna get a dope power like coming out, because like the media broadcast, you know, Boruto. Then before Boruto became a ninja, this brother already got the freaking eye. I was like, are you serious? We just giving out powers nowadays, right? So that's where my whole rant comes from. I personally feel like it should have just kept dormant. And then once he becomes a Genin, you know, he starts having all these powers like activate, and you know, that keeps us engrossed because they've already introduced Boruto as a character that we can fall in love with, much like Naruto. Because that eye being around, I personally feel like, I understand it adds mystery, you know, each episode he can use the eye to find out, and that's pretty much it because we don't know any of the other functions of the eye. But it's just that prophecy Tonari gave about Boruto, that the eye is supposed to lead him. So it's not necessarily he's gonna have like a power up per se. But when it comes down to Momoshiki giving Boruto that mark and saying that once you defeat a god, you cease being a normal person. So in that retrospect, does that mean with that mark he will eventually gain some type of Otsutsuki power? And if that's like Otsutsuki chakra mixed in with all the mixed in with his Uzumaki chakra, it'll give birth to probably a new power of some kind. I just feel like they're giving this kid like a lot, and it's not being explained like what it is, like off deck, and it just throwing me for a loop. I don't know if you guys been thrown loop for this, but I know I have. But this is all that I want to talk about. I personally believe that once Boruto has went through training, did everything that he can do, and you know, his abilities are able to like blossom, Boruto is going to be one powerful ninja. I understand we got Mitsuki and he got Sage Mode, understand completely, and Sarada, I'm calling right now, Sarada is going to have some type of hidden Uchiha power. There's no freaking way that this girl is just going to be left in the dust just like Sakura was. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching. Operatives, move out.